But it's not too bad. It actually tastes like raw fish meat. Coyotes everywhere, closing in on me. Little burning coal. That could have started a big fire. It's a hot day today, but really what I want to show you is the other day I was at a camping store and I bought the survival kit. And the survival kit's for people that get lost in the wilderness or, you know, near a lake or something for the day, and so it's got a whole bunch of stuff in it. I'll show you what's in it later on. Now I'm gonna go get a shelter started, a shelter built and a fire started, and then I'm gonna try to see if I can catch some fish in this lake here, and then get ready for a cold night because it's gonna get really cold tonight. And I got a bunch of other stuff with me. I've got this filter, and it's for water, so I can filter water out of this lake because it's got all kinds of pathogens and stuff in it, and I don't really want to drink it just right out of the lake. So, and this is how it works. It's got goes on like that. Oh, all dirty. It goes on like that. I'll show you later. Anyway, crap. Anyway, so better get ready and start building the shelter because it's already 1:17 and it's getting dark. So here's the survival pack. I'm gonna see if I can't get a fire going. All I'm gonna do here is pile up a bunch of these rocks. And I'm gonna move the camera back so you get better. Just like this. Now, this thing here is firewood. But I'm gonna get some more sticks and stuff, and then I'll be right back and see if I can't get it going with this thing and some matches. See if I can start a fire. That piece of wood will keep it going, hopefully. Didn't work too well. Come on. Imagine if it was raining Fire. Yeah, there's not much chance of me drinking out of that without a filter. There's all kinds of stuff in this lake. But luckily, I do have a filter. Oh, has to be completely submerged. If that makes sense. A little sandy. Watch that come out right there. Then tastes fine. Oh, here's my fishing stuff. I got a couple things in here actually. I really try to make it so it's waterproof. Now, these hooks, I have no bait, so they're not going to come to it, which is really stupid. Maybe after I catch the fish, I can use the meat, leftover guts and stuff. But right now, I have nothing, so that's kind of a stupid thing. But luckily, I added some stuff to this kit. It's in this pocket. Flies. They'll bite that. There's big trout in this lake, and there's gigantic bass. So what I'm gonna do here is just see if I can get it out there as far as possible, and then come back later and see if I got anything. What I'm gonna do here is I'm just gonna tie a little tiny rock, just one knot, and hopefully when it gets out there, it'll fall off. Okay, it came up. Yes, it came up. So, what I'm gonna do here is just set this like that. And pray I catch something. But when I was off trying to catch a fish, my fire is going out. So what I'm gonna do is just scatter this stuff over it, get it smoking again. It keeps the coals underneath going for a long time. There's just all kinds of junk around here. Pop can. Now that could come in handy. You could cut the top off, put water in it, and boil it. That kills pretty much all pathogens and everything in that. So, but people spit their chewing gum in there, and it's just disgusting. Even if there's no fish and you can't catch any, you could always catch birds. Look around in this tall grass here and down in here and stuff, and see if you can't find some quail nests and I'll show you how they say you're supposed to be able to catch quail. I've never tried it. This is probably not the best hill here. Too much snow there. Probably not the best hill, but if it was like a little bit, you know, not so gnarly and weeds and stuff, as they say to do, if you had some corn or something, or berries, and is to dig in. Yeah, you can't do it here, but dig in and get it narrower and narrower until it's just a little tiny hole, and then drop the seeds way in the back, and then the quail come along and he goes in there and he gets himself stuck, because when he tries to back up, his feathers, they bulge out and he gets himself stuck. I don't know if it works, never tried it, but that's one way to catch quail. Or you could just like hide up in the bushes or something, and then when you see him sneak in there, run up and reach your hand in there and grab him. Another thing you can do if you just have those hooks is you can take an old feather or something from a bird. See if you can't make a fly with a feather. It's really hard, but you got that string and stuff. Hey, I've never done it. Could be just a waste of time, but really there's no way to catching these fish without having some bait or a fly. Well, this is my my shelter for the night. I don't know if you can see it very well, but what we do here is got some more of this cattail. Stick it in there, get some of these weeds out of my way. Probably will not be very comfortable. Anyway, the dust settled, but when it comes nighttime, it'll be something like this. I've got all this dirt hanging above me. Maybe you can see a little better, I don't know. But it'll be something like this. I got all this dirt above me though. But at least I'll be off the ground a little bit more. Maybe I'll get some more cattail and push it over there and stuff it in there. And maybe put a little bit more and then lay, a little bit more on the ground. Maybe grass, because this isn't all that comfortable. Yeah, it's not that comfortable. And plus I got all this dirt and weeds hanging above me. Man, if it falls during the night, oh well. Yeah. Better than nothing, I guess. At least I'll be protected from the wind, because the wind usually comes from that direction. Oh, I'm already tired. I'm gonna go check on my fish trap and get a drink of water. I mean my fishing line. And then stoke the fire. Look at that. Busted. Right off. I'm probably not being very careful with this. But Very important thing. Don't look in the water before you drink. Well, it's time to see if I caught anything. Nothing. Well, I couldn't catch the fish, but luckily I was able to catch one earlier today. He's been dead for a while. Anyway, how you gut this thing? It's quite easy, actually. I'll show you. You got this razor blade. A regular knife would be really hard to cut that. You want to be very careful you don't cut the inner guts. It's one heck of a big trout. This is a rainbow trout. Anyway, that's the inner parts. And what you want to do here is get your finger down in there and just tear that stuff out. A lot of intestines. Just yank it all out. Now, you could just cook it like this, but I want to get these gills out. Oh my gosh. Ah. Look at that. Fish hook. That's another thing to be very careful of once you catch a fish. That was not from me. He swallowed that thing and he had that in him for who knows how long he's had that in there. But that wasn't from me. You gotta be careful when you're digging around inside of a fish. Anyway, you want to push really hard. And then should be able to just yank out. There's probably a better way of doing this, but the easiest way I know of doing it. You got all the gills right there. Give that to the birds. Right there, then you've got the head. You can cut the head off. And you got the tongue out. And actually, you can eat these things raw. Just cut right into them. You drop some on the ground. Anyway, there's some right there. Eat it raw. Well, it's not too bad. It actually tastes like raw fish meat. It's probably the best way to cook it. It's gonna take a long time. gonna go work on my shelter and get some more wood. Well, I had some time while my fish is cooking, so I thought I'd show you what is in this survival kit. Anyway, what's in this thing is you got some nylon cord, a snare, some string, and some other few things for sewing. And then you get 20 matches. Before you go, you may want to add a few things like a flint to this. There's no flint. Some of this stuff, which this could be useful, I guess, because you tie around trees or something if you're lost, and keep, you know, as you're walking, so if anybody was looking for you, they could pick up your trail. There's also a whistle, not a very loud whistle, and another fire stick, a light stick, which is useful because you ain't got no flashlight, some bandages, an emergency blanket, space blanket, poncho, very important. I don't think there's anything else in here, not that I see it. A big gauze bandage, and the most useless thing in here, compass. Make sure that you don't set this on a rock or anything, because it could have iron in it and would just throw this thing all off. Don't set it on a tin can, metal can or anything, just throw it all off. Well, it says north is that way, which is absolutely wrong. North is that way. Oh, you buy the survival kit, you buy this survival kit, and you may live. Oh, my fish is burning. I think it's about done. Doesn't that look appetizing? Not bad. Need some salt. Very good. Oh, juicy. It was wet though. That's good. Excuse me while I chow down. I should have washed this off, but I was thinking it was going to cool it down, and I like it warm, so I did. This is just great. Just peels right off that skin. I'm not going to eat it. Don't ask me why. Just not going to eat it. I hate skin. I hate the skin of fish. And it's not like that. It's not bad. It's nice. You can tell it's not all that well cooked. It's warm. It tastes good. That's all that's left. The head. Has brains in there. I don't see them. Ooh. Get that skin off. And you can eat these eyeballs. You can't even hardly chew it. It's so hard. Save the other one for the birds. Well, I got the fire stoked, and I got plenty of wood out there. I'm gonna try to get a little sleep. It's not really dark out there, but it's getting cold. But I know if I get a little sleep now, it'll be good, because tonight I probably won't get any. I sure hope this doesn't come down on top of me.